So this light right here that I'm stationed in front of, I don't know if my sister's watching. You know what I mean? I know she's on the account, but you know, she's low key, she's low pro. You know what I mean? My brother and sister, they be low pro off the celebrity scene. I do this stuff, man. I'm cool with being famous. I'm cool with dying for this. I'm cool with standing up for this at the Pac, man. At the Pac, right here on me, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Outlaw spots. They outlawing spots. But this is what I grew up at as a child. This right here, this light right here is a crime scene. An unsolved murderer, crime scene on a child, on an innocent child in a baby carriage. My sister had predicted it. My sister's actually kind of psychic. My sister is psychic, they say. Stuff all over my stuff, man. This Mexican stuff, man. This Mexican stuff be getting crazy, Ryan Harmon. You know what I mean? This was actually a crime scene. This pole right here kind of feels like I'm standing on Jesus' cross right now. Because this is where it went down. An unsolved murder, not a crime scene that they were never able to find. My sister was supposed to be out here. They were all, we were all kids. They were all children. They were going for a walk. I guess I can't remember this because all this stuff right here, this stuff used to all be like some dirty, garbage little freaking area. I had a little Chinese food spot. It's a bomb Chinese food spot. I used to love to come in there. That bomb Chinese food when I was a child. This used to be like it's like more dead, cheap, old ranch. And I put Jersey Mike's. This thing, they just bought it out. Bunch of money bought it out and just made it cracking. But it used to be like so dirty. These apartments used to be so cheap and dingy back in 2000. It's like 99, 98 to 2000. I seen Michael Jordan's last shot over here. You know what I mean? I was actually over here at my friend Austin's house. I used to watch him. He was a couple years older than him and watch him. But yeah, they back to the story. My sister was supposed to come out with a couple of her friends, and this was just about, I think it was about a 1-year-old. I remember I seen him in the carriage right before this had went down. And they were walking. My sister had somehow, something had stopped my sister from going. So she didn't come out. Whatever. She kind of predicted it, so to speak. A drunk driver. I don't know. There's this. They got this thing. This paint is what. Why they had rebuilt it. This paint was the reason why they got this paint right here. If that's the reason why they sealed it on there, if anything else happened, that's probably why. It might be his grave right there and everything. A drunk driver. From Mexico. Okay, from Tijuana, TJ. An out-of-control drunk driver. You know what I mean? I said the way you fools are drinking and the way you guys are being is out of control. Didn't I say this to them? Didn't I say this to them, Joker, man? Very Joker stuff out of control. Drunk driver, man. Rolls up, Mexican. Of course. Drives, hits, blindsides and hits this pole. Crashes into this pole. And it falls down. Completely on, I think his name was Alex. What's his name? Kim, my sister's best, one of my sister's best friends and everything. Kim's brother. He was only like 1 year old, bro. He was just born, just barely came into the world. This stuff is cold. Pole falls on him. Pole collapses. This is like right before 9/11 went down too. Right, 9/11 was coming up next. This pole crashed and fell down. Smashed, baby, I'm gonna guess his name was Alex. That's my guess. Smashed Alex, or the baby, Kim's brother. Smashed his whole body. And broke every bone in his body and killed him. Killed him. And I guess once he hit the pole, everybody panicked and was trying to save the boy and everything, man. Stuff is crazy, man. I'm trying not to cry right now, bro. I'm trying not to cry. This stuff is just cold right now. I'm sorry, just even thinking about it, man. They were trying to pull the pole off of the boy. And this Mexican fired up his car. You know what he did? You know what this Mexican did? He fired up his car, drunk. He was drunk and he found, I'm sorry, I don't mean disrespect, but I gotta just tell it for what it is. I'm a Black Panther around here. I'm an African American, so I just gotta, we're different, you know what I mean? I'm just speaking the reality. I don't mean to get racial on things or anything too much, man, you know what I mean? But this is a statistic that goes down with them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? As you see, I'm in blue, beautiful blue sea, a Pacific view, leads to heaven. They're corrupting the blue and making themselves the Crips and things, man. You know? He fired up his car. He fired up his car. He was drunk. He was drunk, 90 proof drunk. This is a crime scene, unsolved murder crime scene. Fired up his car and sped off over to the apartments that I grew up in. We'll go over there, see if I can sneak my way over here, the Park Plaza apartments. He cleared out his apartment and fled. He had an apartment in there. Actually, he wasn't. They knew who he was, but he packed up all his stuff out the apartment, got on the freeway, jumped on the freeway, and blood was out to Mexico. Blood was out to Mexico, and he was never found. You know what I'm saying? Stuff. Hey, look. This stuff in Santa Ana, he went out, he fled to Mexico, and there was nothing the United States could even do. Who was in the White House then? I think it was Bush. I believe Bush, or was it Clinton was still around. There was nothing they could do about it. This guy got clearly away. I don't know if he's still on the loose or if his karma got to him. If his karma got to him, I'm sure, I hope his karma did, man, because he does not deserve to live. He does not deserve to live after doing this. Hit the pole, man. Crashed into the pole drunk. Fell on little Alex, baby, killing him. Suffocating him and killing him. Only 1 year old. And my sister was supposed to be here. This pole right here. Was at this pole right here. Let me put my hands up like I'm Jesus. Like I'm Jesus on it, man. Put my hands up like I'm Jesus Christ on it. Y'all see that? Like I'm Jesus on the cross right now, bro. Because that's what the government, that's what the system literally has me on now, bro. You know what I mean? Suffering like I am Jesus on the cross now, bro. You know what I mean? Hey. He fired up his car and was out. And he was never found. They never got him, bro. He got away. There was nothing the United States could do. That's how messed up this stuff is, man. I'm telling y'all, man, this stuff is absolutely cold, man. Look, and what does he think he's gonna get away from, man? You know, look, at judgment out this world, man, well, I guess he didn't want to go to jail. Okay, I guess I feel that, bro. You know, but it just goes to tell you with this alcohol and stuff, this alcohol and stuff, you know, I'm looking at Wendy, you know what I mean? The mother of my godson, Max, the wife of my youth. I declared as my godson, Max. Okay? And she's, you know, setting a horrible example, okay, upon my godson as she's sitting up drinking and partying on and quinceañeraing with Susanna as though this is a joke. And man, this stuff is death. I can't drink anymore now. If I continue to drink anymore, I'm gonna die. You know that feeling, Susanna? You know that feeling, Wendy? I'm talking to my godson, Max, man. This is a story of Santa Ana, man, here on Sunflower and Stevens Street, Bristol. Plaza's where I grew up at, you know what I mean? Apartment straight down over that way, Park Plaza. You know, RACQUET Club, South Coast. You know what I mean? Mushed up. This is where I grew up at. It's my godson, Max. I got your ring on right now. This is my godson, Max. You see that? Talking to my godson, hollering at my godson, Max, teaching him, man. You You know what I mean? That this stuff with alcohol, man, it'll kill you. And he went on the run and he was never caught, bro. He's gonna be caught by God at the throne. Jesus, that's in his hands. But in this world, he got away, and there ain't nothing the United States can do about it. Look, there ain't nothing they could even do about it. The poor kid was enslaved and didn't get to enjoy his life right because of this pole. This pole right here ended it all. This pole, I think this paint right here, I think this is where they had resealed it up. This paint right here is where they sealed everything up of the crime scene. They must just keep it right here. But this is where he died. This is where he left the body. He was only 1 year old and he wasn't meant to be, and he died. This pole fell on him and crashed on him and crushed every bone in his body. Crushed every bone in his body. He was dead. He was dead, just like that, gone. Stuff is crazy, man. Stuff is crazy, man. You know what I mean? And it's a horror story. It's just terrible, man. It's terrible to think of when I see this pole right here and I think about the situation, man, and that he fled to Mexico like this and he was never seen again. He cleared out his apartment up the street. You know what I mean? There's a child right now walking behind me right now with her dad right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? And yep, this is where I grew up at. This is where I was a child at one time. And man, this stuff is just crazy, man. You know what I mean? Crushed the poor boy, man. It's awful, man. And my sister was supposed to be there, but she opted out. So it's some crazy stuff. I guess that's the reason why this paint right here is still here. It must be. You know what I mean? That must like a little grave site. I guess that's kind of like a little hidden grave site. A lot of people don't know this was back in 2000. If anybody is still here, you know, I'm sure much people have moved away. A lot of people did move away. We had to move away. And I'm back over here, and my home won't even recognize me if I knocked at the door. You know, they wouldn't recognize me, and it's just crazy, man. I was over here running around. I was over here living a life, man, you know, eating, drinking freely, and then it just got so crazy now, man. It's so crazy now. It's so crazy. It's so crazy when I come over here, and I've been on this and everything, man. And I'm showing up over here, this poor child, man, he was crushed, crushed. I don't know how much pain he felt or what the case is, but his soul had left his body, and he was before the throne of God. He was to heaven above, I'm sure. That's right where he went. You know, that's only where the innocent baby child could have went. And this murderer went on the loose, and he's going to be frying in hell, whoever he is, everlasting, eternally, for the murder of this poor child, drunk and driving, drunk on alcohol, man, getting drunk with like Susanna and mother Susanna Perez and Wendy want to be a clown and be doing. So I'm hollering at my godson Max, I'm letting you know about alcohol and long terms of it, the matter that it's not good. It's not right what your mom is doing. Okay, she's not living right. She's not living good. Okay, I'm wearing my Lupe Cortez watch. Lupe, she's into the church. It doesn't look like Lupe is doing this stuff. Okay, she's into the word of God. You need to talk to Wendy about this before it gets too late. So I'm just hollering at my godson right now. I got my godson Max's ring on, and this is a crime scene, unsolved murder, drunk and drive, hit and run. It'll never be solved, and we don't know where this clown had ended up, or if he's alive or not. He might be. I'm sure he is. He's in Mexico. He went to Tijuana, so you're not going to find him. Count on you're not going to find him. He got out of Dodge. So this poor child, man, he got freed. Actually, he got freed to a better place, a brighter and higher place called heaven. And that's it. To be that young and have that happen to you, You know, that's all I could see is look at that's where he's at. So God bless his soul. Forgot his name. I think it's Alex, whatever his name is. Rest in peace to you. God bless the heaven above. You know what I mean? You know, God bless. I'm hollering at my godson Max. I'm now grown out here in the world. You know what I mean? I have celebrity stardom going. And it's just crazy, man. This is the end time. I don't know if this is my last year alive. Stuff is getting crazy, man. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I've survived many life and death situations, and I'm on the edge right now as we go into 25, man. AI time. So this is it. It's the death scene over here on Sunflower and Stevens Street here in Bristol, Park Plaza, where I grew up at as a child, ran around and played. There's more actual crazy stories I'll tell. I'll try to get over here. I can sneak over here and hide this mask thing, but you know what I mean? Yo, man, hey, God bless everybody. Santa Ana 17th Street content to all my real ones, man. Please like, share, follow, subscribe to the realest channel, talking some of the realest hood stuff. Santa Ana is hood, man. It goes down. You know what I mean? This poor child right here, Slade, didn't get to see his life, man. At only 1 year old, hit and run, drunken driver, fled to Mexico. This is a crime scene right here. You know what I mean? And, yep, I'm coming back over here, poor child, man. To Kim, you know, God bless, man. This is just a terrible story right here. But it happens, you know. We're in the hood. We're in the hood where people up to no good. It happens. So, you know what I mean? I'll see y'all, man, get running off this thing right now and everything, man. Santa Ana 17th Street Compton. You know what I mean? Check out my new Pacific Beautiful Blue Sea to Heaven nose ring I got cracking here. You know what I mean? New Pacific View, Beautiful Blue Sea to Heaven. You know what I mean? I got cracking right there. You know what I mean? Right here at the crime scene. God bless. All condolences to this young, beautiful child. You know what I mean? It's too bad, but this is a cold world. Cold world, man. The love is growing cold. So I'm going to get running now, man. You know what I mean? Because neighbors are seeing me. I know who's going to call the cops. So to my godson, Max, you hit the ball out the park. We alley boys till God takes us to heaven above. I'm gone on the crime scene of this poor child crying to the heavens above. You know what I mean? Now some cholos is rolling up on me, man. But I'm in the right color right now, so I'll blend in, so it's all good. But yeah, I'm going to get running now. Shot's about to get running. Shot's going on live right now. Live feed to the hood. You know what I mean? Santa Ana rules and everything, man. Over here at the crime scene of it all. You know what I mean? God bless Alex to heaven above, man. Or I don't know if I think that's his name. Whatever. God bless him to heaven above. Find out later and everything. Heaven above. Rest your soul over here on Sunflower and Stevens Street. You know what I mean? And I'm gone.